Hello and welcome to this SolidWorks tutorial. I want to create um, a visual um, set. This modeling is going to be a basis for creating or modeling a full-fledged executive chair. But what I'm doing now is not the manufacturability or the model that can be used for manufacturing, but just a concept design so that, let me say, so that my boss can be able to, or I can have a meeting or whatever with my boss to be able to discuss exactly how our future development is going to be like. First and foremost, to make things easier, I have created, I have my front plane here, my top plane, and my right plane, and then I have done an offset plane from the right plane for 240 mm, and then we are doing all this just to save time because I don't because if I take the full thing, it's going to take a little bit long time. So I did my first sketch, which was on the right plane, and this is exactly how the sketch was. The sketch is just made up of some arc lines, some arcs, some lines there, and yeah, and mostly arcs, lines, and splines. Okay, but yeah, you all know how we can be able to create this, so that's not going to be an easy, difficult thing. Then on the offsetted uh, plane, let's see here, the 240 mm offsetted plane. I've done a second sketch, that is this one, where practically I have created a coincident relationship between the tip there of this sketch and the tip of the first sketch on on the um, on the rig side, on the what's it called? Yeah, the rig, that's the relaxing side, and on the sitting side created also a coincident relationship. So let's come out of this sketch and start our full modeling. The next thing is to do a boundary feature. Yes, between this boundary feature is using the two sketches. So I did a surface boundary, and then I get this right away, and then I have done two more sketches. The first one is to do a cut that can give me a shape, on the, yeah, that can cut through this surface and give me approximate shape for what my chair should be looking like. And then so let's go in and do a trim with those lines. Surface trim. So we are going to use this sketch to trim this surface, and then we are going to select the ones we're going to remove. So I'll remove here, and the part of the surface that I want to remove this too. Okay, so that's done, but I still want to make a cut on this part of the surface. So I did this yeah, I did another sketch. First and foremost, this sketch was done on the front plane, and then let me highlight and suppress the sketch. So this one was done on the top plane. I also used it to do a cut on the surface. So let's see, or a trim as it's called. So we are trimming with this as our trim tool, and then we are removing this part. Okay, we're pretty getting something else. Something okay, yeah. So we can hide these two sketches. Yeah. Okay. Then the next thing now is that I want to offset, do a surface offset of this various surfaces because I will use it to build the foam thickness for this chair. So yes, that is there. Okay, so let's do that. Do that. But before we do that, we can let's create a thickness for this surface. So we go to insert, and then we go to thicken. Sorry, so I was flipping, and we're taking in one direction. This is going to be like the plastic framework for this chair. Then it's pretty okay. So we're taking out okay. Then for the foam aspect, where the individual will sit, we can do an offset surface here. We can offset the surface. We offset the surface by 0. By 0. Soft. So we are down. Okay. The next thing is we are gonna do a cut, because this offset surface will be used to create the foams that people can sit on. Yeah, the one that you already sit on, that is soft. Okay. So but before we do that, we'll do uh, um, 2 sketches. Yes, and then one sketch. The first one we start on the let's see which plane that will be better. We can start on this front plane. We can highlight this and then do an offset entity, turn it to construction line, turn it to construction line, and then draw a couple of lines. Stop there. It has a horizontal vertical relationship there. Okay. Attach it to our construction line here. It doesn't go that way. Take this and take this and make it coincident. We'll give it some bit of features, some pretty nice feature. Okay, there. So we'll do another features. So you can give it some arc cleavages. Okay, let's take some straight and terminate that line here. And then let's give it some fancy endings. Let's make it tangent to this line, see whether this works. Yes, and then we'll make this tangent to this line. So okay, because we will do some transparency, so we don't have to go all the way to constrain this, so it's not going to spend so much time, but you know what I'm doing though. Okay, but we can move this further down here I think if it comes down, yeah, to give us a better idea, better, better solution to what we are looking for. So we use this to trim the surface only. Sketch now and then go to insert, surface, trim. Want to trim out this part of, so so yeah, and then we will do another trim on this top plane. Let's light up this so we know where the other one stopped. Or even if we don't light it up, we can also do a similar thing. Okay, I just need where the other line stopped. So, so I want it to follow this point somehow. No, I want this to coincide there. Okay, so let's say, so I want to take off that part of it. Then I can add some bit of fancy. So on this side, this can be pretty horizontal, that's not a problem. But this side I can make it a bit more like a bit fanciful. Oh no, I didn't snap it exactly. So um, so all right, do some trimming. Let's see what we got. Okay, so we want to use it again to do trims on that very surface. Okay, we should be out of the sketch first. Insert surface trim. That's our trim tool, and we're trimming this way. Okay, that's what we got now. Okay, yeah. Okay, but then we also want to trim out this very place. The first cut. We want to do more cut there, so for it to look a bit better. So you can always shift. Um, that was before, after the trimming. That was before the trimming when it was the surface. Okay, yeah. So, we'll also use a top plane. Notice that we went back, we rolled the model back to add more cut to this one to make it look a little bit more fanciful here. Okay, so so uh, convert entity there. We want that cut to look more fanciful. So want that cut to look more fanciful. So 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 we can add an arc because that's exactly what we want. It should look more beautiful than it was. So yes, and then do some trimming, and then come out of sketch, use that to trim insert surface. Come out of the sketch. Okay, you can still do the trim right in there, but let's come out. uh, so, um, yeah, we want to remove this so okay, so looking something pretty good. Okay, so roll back the model, so that our last cut will go back. So and some of our now become outdated. We'll now select this one, convert entity, make it a construction line, then coincident, so not snapping into it. If it doesn't work, just use coincident. It's just an illustration model, coincident. So we're done. We clear up the area now to that place. Okay, so next then we are going to hide the sketch. Now we will because we got this, so we can turn this to our to the phone, the sitting phone for the executive chair. So we'll go to boss ticking. Let's select this for a tick, add a 20, ticking the merge result. The best way is not to merge the result because the both is not going to be the same, so we're not merging it, so that we're able to show that because we're not merging it, it means that this remains an entity and this remains a different entity. So we've done 20 there. So we also go and tick in this part. We go back and tick in this part. Sorry, at the wrong place. So that's right. Now we want to tick in this part, give it a 20, do not match the results. Okay, so now good, we didn't match the results, but our cut here is not something we didn't get. The cut here didn't get us at the right exactly what we want. So it's either we go back and look at when we did this cut, that's going to be this cut. When we extrude the surface cut, we'll roll back the model to the surface. Yeah. Okay. So that was okay. Surface extrude. Did this cut. Okay. Then when we do this cut, solid body height. No, solid body height. Sure. There are two ways we can do this. We can use extend. So we can roll back the model, since it's just like an illustrative, since we're just using the model to illustrate, okay, we can use extend. So to show that a lot of these features are good, we can now, because we want to extend that, we can do a height of the body, the main body, okay, and then we can extrude this and we can extend this, and it lapped exactly. We didn't need to, otherwise we can show back the body and say we want it to extend up to this surface. So, and then we approve it. So these features are all good. So the things that can now is we're pretty okay with it. And let's save it a little bit. Okay. Now we can color it a little bit to say that these ones we can actually add our fillets. We can take automatic fillet. It's already highlighted there. And we want to fillet here. Fillet expert. Can make use of fillet expert. So we see what it gives us. Okay. I'm going to repair the failing parts. Okay, yes, because some of the surfaces aren't that so good, but we can also come down to 6 and test using 6. So this part is unable to repair some failing parts. We can alright, so we can, after all, the model is just an illustrative model. We can go back to manual filleting, and then we'll fillet that surface. We see what happens. That's the exact place where we have a lot of problems. So let's get that side. Great, nice. So we'll we can there's the tangent. So conclusion. Okay, I'll go back to filleted part because I think the basic places that we're having a lot of problem, we can begin to repair the surfaces, but then it will let's try the down one and see what happens. Let's use fillet expert again, and then see what happens. That works at the surface. It doesn't, it feels, oh okay, because we have a surface that curves really strange there. Okay, but if we zoom in, which I think that was the same problem we had with the first one. Okay, let's say we fillet it with 6, and then try again to use the fillet expert after saving, and then check if there are surfaces we are missing. Fillet expert, because it's like there are surfaces we are missing. Okay, I think this surface getting this fillet here through is a bit challenging for the program. So okay, there we got to do some cleanups. Okay, all right. What we'll take a second lecture where we'll clean up that stuff, but let's see what our concept design is all about now first, because that's more important. Okay, so we can take that bit and change it to over there, and then we take that bit and change it to yeah, apply. Lovely, good. We can do something like upload or yeah, that's okay. Then we can copy this color, copy this appearance, and go to this appearance and paste it there. So, and then we can mirror the parts. Now, mirror it through um, the front plane. Pass to mirror. We are mirroring this part, mirroring this part, and mirroring this part. Okay. All right. So that's pretty okay. Thank you so much. But we'll work on. We encountered a problem here to fillet this part of it. So in the next lecture, I'm going to look at. Yeah, we're going to split out this part and we're going to fillet it, and then we'll continue with this. Thank you so much.